ആകാശവാണി. വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ രംഗം.
വിജയവാണി. SSLC പരീക്ഷാ സഹായി. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പാഠഭാഗങ്ങളെ ആസ്പദമാക്കിയുള്ള രണ്ടാമത്തെ ക്ലാസ് അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്നത് തിരുവനന്തപുരം മൈലം GV രാജ സ്പോർട്സ് സ്കൂൾ അധ്യാപിക ലിഷ എസ് തപസ്.
Hi dears, welcome back to English Classroom. Today we are going to discuss Unit 2 and 3 of your Standard 10 English Reader. Let's go through the lessons and important questions. Unit 2, the frames. The first lesson, Project Tiger, a memoir written by Satyajit Ray. Project Tiger is a memoir written by the father of Indian cinema, Satyajit Ray. The memoir describes that how Ray wished to make a movie with a trained tiger. Ray visited Hollywood film industry to learn about making films with animals, and surprised to know that even animal actors having stand-ins or dupes in Hollywood film industry. Ray, the narrator, needs a tiger for a movie. He met Bharat Circus manager and got a tiger for shooting. In the first attempt, the shooting was a failure, but in the reshooting, the tiger acted well. The shooting was successful. Ray exclaimed that it is very difficult to have animal actors in Indian cinema, but Hollywood film industry is excellently using animal actors. Expected questions. First question. You have read the memoir Project Tiger by Satyajit Ray. Prepare a likely write-up based on your reading. Tips to remember. There should be a catchy heading, free flow of ideas and sequencing of incidents, include all important points and a proper conclusion. Next question. Complete the conversation suitably. Let me read the dialogue. Satyajit Ray, you look very confident. Thorat, yes, I have bought 2 tigers. Ray, there we have to fill the blank. Thorat, I decided to play it safe. Ray, what will you do with 2 tigers? Thorat, if one tiger is not fit for the shooting, the rest we have to complete. Ray, you had better bring it out. Thorat, yes, I will bring 2 tigers. This is a sample question from dialogue completion. Types of dialogues are as follows. In the first column, you have to fill with question tags. If a sentence is positive, then the tag will be negative. You look very confident. The answer, don't you? Rule, auxiliary verb plus not plus subject. In the next part of the dialogue, it is a WH question. Why did you bring 2 tigers? In the next part of the dialogue, if clause is used. If one tiger is not fit for the shooting, we can use the other. In the last part of the dialogue, it's a use of had better. Had better is used to give advices. The answer is, you had better bring it out. Dear students, go through each examples very carefully and make it clear. Now let's move on to the next type of question. You can expect a question of conversation between Ray and Mr. Thorat. When you write the answer for a conversation, don't forget to write a minimum of 6 exchanges. Next one, identify noun phrase and verb phrase. I give you some examples. The first question, Mr. Thorat nodded. You are asked to identify noun phrase and verb phrase. Mr. Thorat is the noun phrase. Nodded is the verb phrase. Second question, he was a South Indian. He is the noun phrase. Was a South Indian verb phrase. Third question, Mr. Thorat reached the shooting location. Mr. Thorat is a noun phrase. Reached the shooting location verb phrase. The last question, this puzzled me. This is the noun phrase. Puzzle me is a verb phrase. Go through more examples and make it clear. Now let's move on to the next lesson, My Sister's Shoes. It is an extract from a feature film script by Majid Majidi, a renowned Iranian film maker. We will discuss the expected questions. First question. The children in the screenplay My Sister's Shoes did not want their parents to know about the lost shoes. Prepare a write-up based on the pathetic condition of Ali's family. You can begin your answer as follows. My Sister's Shoes is a screenplay by the famous Iranian director Majid Majidi. The central character Ali belongs to a very poor family. They face severe financial problems. Ali lost her sister's shoes. Based on this issue, the movie goes on. Include all the events and give a suitable conclusion and finish your write-up. Now let's discuss about indirect speech. Listen to the conversation very carefully. Read the following conversation. Sarah, why are you upset? Ali, I lost your shoes in the vegetable shop. Now let's discuss indirect speech. Read the following conversation. Sarah, why are you upset? Ali, I lost your shoes in the vegetable shop. Now answer the following questions. Question number 1. What did Sarah ask Ali? Question number 2. What did Ali reply? The answer for question number 1. Sarah asked Ali why he was upset. Question number 2. Ali replied that he had lost her shoes in the vegetable shop. When you are asked to change into indirect speech, don't forget to change the tense, avoid comma, question marks and punctuation. Now let's move on to the next one. Blowing in the Wind. As we all know, Blowing in the Wind is a song sung by Bob Dylan. In this song, the singer poses a series of rhetorical questions about war, peace and freedom. It is an anthem of the civil rights movements in America. It is a song of protest, self-expression and reality. Rhyming words sea, free, sky, cry, etc. Figure of speech, refrain is used. Example, the answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Repetition of same line in different stanzas. That is refrain. Next one, auditory image. That is the images of sound. Cannonballs fly, people cry. Next one, visual images. Examples, man, dove, cannon, mountain, people and sky. Expected questions. There will be a question of reading, poem and answer the following questions. Then definitely a question of appreciation. I hope that you are all very good in preparing an appreciation for a poem. Now let's move on to the next unit. Unit 3, Law of Values. The first lesson, the best investment I ever made. The name of the writer, Dr. A.J. Cronin. Archibald Joseph Cronin. He is a doctor by profession and a writer. He is a Scottish writer. Important characters are Dr. A.J. Cronin, the narrator, Mr. and Mrs. John, sergeant of police and landlady. Expected questions, a reading comprehension, a narrative, diary entry by Dr. or Mr. John, and the character sketch of Mr. John. Now let's have a quick glance to another important question based on this lesson, a newspaper report. Listen to the question. The young man tried to commit suicide. This incident appeared in the next day newspaper. Prepare the likely newspaper report. Points to remember. Give a catchy news headline, a suicide attempt. In the first paragraph, mention the place. Where did the incident happen? London. Date. When did the incident occur? The date is 10/10/1995. What is the incident? In the second paragraph, details of the incident and you can give a concluding sentence. When you prepare an answer for newspaper report, keep these points in your mind. Headline, byline, writer's name, place line, lead sentence, content, conclusion, Then your newspaper report is ready. We will move on to the next beautiful poem, The Ballad of Father Gilligan, a beautiful poem by William Butler Yeats. It's a poem about Father Gilligan who rendered selfless service to the poor and needy people in the parish. About the poem, the word ballad means a story poem. The central character is an old priest, Peter Gilligan. The old priest was weary and sad because most of his flock had died. He was unable to give last communion to a man who is in his deathbed. When Gilligan was tired, God has sent his angel down to earth to do the duty of Father Gilligan. Father Gilligan is thanking God for the unconditional love towards him. Rhyming words: lay, say, eve, and grieve. Rhyme scheme: AB, CB. An example for simile: as merry as a bird. Example for auditory image: sparrow, chirp. Visual images: green swords, stars, moth, rocky line, etc. Alliteration: no rest, no joy. Expected question: definitely an appreciation. Hope that you will be able to write an appreciation based on the hints already mentioned. The last lesson in Unit 3 is The Danger of a Single Story by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. The Danger of a Single Story is an enlightening speech by Adichie. Adichie introduces herself as a storyteller. She was an early reader and writer. She read British and American children's books. Her characters were also foreign in nature. She began to read African writings. Her professor said her characters are not authentically African. The world calls her African. Adichie thinks that all this happened due to the danger of a single story. It just creates stereotypes. It is really an eye-opener to understand cultural differences, different points of views, and avoid unfair judgments about the world. Expected questions: a reading comprehension. Next one, a paragraph question. What were the changes that Adichie as she started reading African books? You can include the following points. Grew up on a university campus. She is an early reader. Started reading British and American books. Started writing stories. Blue-white characters. Played in store. Talked about the weather. Can't see the life of Africa. Could not identify herself. African books changed her perspective, realized that girls like her are exist in literature. Stereotypes should be avoided. If you keep these points in your mind, definitely your paragraph question answer will be a perfect one. Let's move on to the last question. Fill in the following blanks using phrasal verbs from the brackets given below. I read the phrasal verb and its meaning. Carry on means continue. Put across, communicate. Made up his mind, make a decision. Jot down, write something quickly. Now let's read the question with answer. Adichie made up her mind to become a writer. She tried to put across her wish and ideas through her writings. She jotted down her thoughts to convey it to all. The people accepted them and acknowledged her. She has been carrying on the good work to enrich the literary world. Just go through the other examples from phrasal verbs too. With this, I am winding up this class. Thank you so much for listening to me. Prepare well for the examination. All the best. Thank you.
ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പാഠഭാഗങ്ങളെ ആസ്പദമാക്കിയുള്ള രണ്ടാമത്തെ ക്ലാസ്സാണ് ഇതുവരെ കേട്ടത്. അവതരിപ്പിച്ചത് തിരുവനന്തപുരം മൈലം GV രാജ സ്പോർട്സ് സ്കൂൾ അധ്യാപിക ലിഷ എസ് തബസ്. വിജയവാണി SSLC പരീക്ഷാ സഹായി.
വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ രംഗം സമാപിച്ചു.